What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today we're gonna be looking at small blind raise first in. Action is on the small blind and we're gonna play three streets out of all the stacked up. Let's get started. So
Alright, going to the meeting.
I would limp here.
Alright, what you got going on? Small blind, something or another?
Yeah, small blind. Exactly. It's gonna be all the stacked up. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so that's what we should be doing pre-flop at 30.
Uh, are
So
we doing it from RFI from other positions into us, or are we doing it from us like raising? I thought it was the other way around.
we are first to act.
Oh, we're first to act?
Yes.
we are the
Are
one who raises.
are we gonna be studying the other spots of where people raise into us from the small blind? And then what we're doing from there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cause that's the thing I need to go over more than anything.
Ooh, limp small blind. These were spots that I like tagged that I really wanted to do more work on after 8 days of playing tournament poker. Blind v blind.
This was limped?
Well, here we are, Tim.
Yeah, it's limped to 3 big blinds in the pot. You can see.
Yeah, my
Gonna bet
coffee's,
big.
my coffee's still working.
I would bet one. You wanna
Ah.
side bet?
You got top pair, bruh.
Yeah.
Wanna bet pot?
I think it's,
Pots, I think, kind of. It's weird. So the big blind check back range does have a lot of just trash in it, right?
Mhm.
Like it's real junky stuff, but also just like a lot of medium suited cards. Like they have like queen six suited, right? Stuff like that.
So this spot's weird is because there's some flops where you'll have absolutely no big bets, and then sometimes you'll have a ton of big bets and limp pots,
Yeah.
and I don't know the difference.
And it's
I
actually
think-
not true that the big blind, if playing properly, has tons of deuces and threes, because they actually bluff a lot of their deuces and threes. They bluff raise them, right? Like they bluff the absolute bottom of their range. So I think they have more like fours and fives, maybe.
So I think that like normally you would bigger bet without the spade, right? And I think you would smaller bet with the spade.
I
Yeah,
think top pair is just gonna be betting 67 primarily blind versus blind.
okay,
I'm
I
let's
think
betting
go
one
one
see.
here.
one other thing that's maybe a little bit different than like in position spots is that we're starting with a pot of 3 big blinds, whereas like if it's an in position range, you'll have a pot of 5.5 big blinds. So the
Yeah.
SPR is like
Yeah,
double. It's double what
right,
it would be in like a cutoff versus big blind spot.
right. So you need to, work a little harder to build pots perhaps.
Yeah,
Yeah, and there's like more, a little
Overbet.
bit more concern here of like implied odds versus reverse implied odds. So I think like having a spade might turn to be good and like, not that we're not gonna put money in with the jack, but like, we're not just shoveling with top pair on all runouts. Like for 30 big blinds, right?
No, I guess the way I'm looking at it is like. It's the same reason you wanna bet your vulnerable top pair is kind of large. You kinda
Yep,
wanna front load the value if the texture changes.
I agree with that part. I agree with that part. It's also interesting. This hand will never have a straight on the river.
Yeah,
No, that's not true. We can, no, yeah, we can't. 10-9. We still will only have four to a straight.
We are down, really?
I'm in team bet small.
150.
I don't
think
think bet small
150
can ever really be
is-
wrong.
Oh, look
So
at that.
yeah,
Wow. Okay, maybe I'm doing
solver's
something weird
not
here.
just excited to pile, it also wants to kind of, see
So
how they act and then go
I
accordingly.
don't think we have big bets in this spot. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what I was hinting at earlier.
but why?
I don't know.
Because it's limp check and it's check
Like there's
deuce.
only certain board textures, like if you go to study this spot, um, that have
we
big
had-
bets that I found. There's not a lot. Um,
What if we had raised and they called Nick, then we get big bets on this board, right?
yeah,
Not
yeah.
But
over
even,
bet, but
but even then, I think the deuce and the three are kind of bricky. Like I think we would have more on like a double gut shot board, like jack 7-4 or something. That has like a little bit more
Exactly.
going on.
I think it's cuz ranges are just so wide that you just bet small and it's just so effective.
I agree with that. And then
Um,
you'll polarize turns
can you
if you
sort
want
by
to.
big bet so we see what boards have big bets?
There's
Like
not
10-5-3 I know was a big bet board, but
strips,
um,
only trips.
Okay, so it's these bricky boards. It's like 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, deuce, deuce, deuce. Because we can limp like big pocket pairs and big Broadway cards expecting to check raise, and they don't really check those back ever. It's like we have ace queen in range. They don't have any ace queen in range.
Ace, ace four, big bet.
We have pocket queens in range, and they never have pocket queens in range.
So yeah, there's no big betting. We're gonna check 75% of the time.
No one in this group is doing
Wait,
that.
what size? You sorted by B67. Can you sort by B150? As well?
I mean, that's just
no.
bonkers, but
Or is that what you did?
It's all trips board.
We are
Yeah,
too
okay.
shallow to have the sizing, I think.
okay, but if you look at
Yeah,
if you look
maybe.
at like the first one that's not trips, it is Jack 7-5. It is like a double gutter board.
That is not much.
10, 6,
And it
5,
is
Jack
jack
7,
high.
4, Jack 7, 3,
10 high,
10,
jack high
6,
with
3.
a lot of straight draws.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes
Yep.
sense.
If you're gonna do it with anything, it's gonna be those ones.
So the three deuce has some straight draws, but not enough.
Exactly.
Doesn't interact with the jack and
Well,
the
we go
ace
into call
highs
down
are
mode.
neutered because
Yeah.
nobody raised pre, and yeah. Like the wheelie stuff.
So. So wait.
Although we both have 5-4, 6-4, 6-5, all that, like,
Can you check in so big blind range? Like,
Wait, let's see quickly. Other stack depth. So that's 30 big blind.
I was gonna say the interesting thing about big blind here is that they're just hyper condensed. They raise like a hyper polarized range. They raise like absolute top of range and absolute garbage. Like 9 deuce off can be a raise for them, stuff like that. So the check back is like lots of medium strength playable hands, 9, 6 off. Jack 3 suited.
So the deeper we are, the more we bet from the small blind.
well, I mean, we don't really have, like, we don't have an RFI range at 100 big blinds. It's a pure limp, so your range is gonna be stronger. Like if you go to our raise first in range
Yeah.
from the small blind, it's like 0.5% of hands.
Good
is
point.
it that small really? I
no,
know
it
it limps a
will, it
lot,
will be
but
like 8%, I think.
I thought it was like 20%.
No,
15, no?
Just check
Yeah,
the whiz.
he will when he finishes typing.
I'm sorry? What do you guys wanna check?
Click the small blind node preflop.
And Louis, was
Before
that
the
the more
flop.
often you bet or the larger you bet when you said more? You meant the more often, right?
10%.
10.
Thank you. Just making sure. Okay.
Ye doggy Frank.
Okay. So we majority limp here, right?
As they're all out there mostly limping aces and kings and queens here, 100 bigs deep, right?
That's what I'd be doing.
I'm not, because I don't trust my opponents to raise enough.
Oh,
They
nice.
just check
I'm
back too much
not.
crap.
Okay, so we call?
Ooh, that's a good
That's
card.
pretty good. There's only 4 jacks in the deck, right?
Last
Can we
time I
trust
checked.
him to put the chips in or do we need to do it ourselves?
I think
Jack, you could
we
still be
might
outkicked.
have a donk here sometimes, but I'm okay with checking.
I don't think we have any donking on this card. It's way better for him than us.
I've seen it though, because
Bunch of jacks, no?
I've seen it on these like top card pairs where the defender then donks.
So
Cause it messes up, it's like it's the Monty Hall problem, isn't it? It messes up, their frequencies. Like if they thought they were raising balance range, the fact that there's one more jack in the deck than either of us knew about means that they're actually too bluff heavy and therefore too weak and therefore we have value against them.
that's interesting. I haven't thought about it like that.
Yeah. Right, the Money Hall problem, the one where you know, pick a door and then they tell you it was
Yeah.
wrong and you can switch. It's
Yeah.
the same idea. I don't know if it's gonna do it here, but I have seen it on spots.
So.
I'm team check.
Yeah, I think checking's fine.
That's
Yeah,
so
there it is.
interesting. That's cool.
Monty Hall, door number 2.
Exactly. We were playing a guessing game of before of do we think they have bluffs or value, and now we're
But
like, I think they're
the
heavily weighted towards bluffs.
EV of checking is higher though.
Yeah, yeah, cuz you can't call.
For hundreds of a big blind though, it's probably not worth. That could be artifacts.
I,
Oh no, dude.
We were concerned about him having spades, so.
check.
I mean, he can also have just like stuff wrapped around the 3 and the deuce.
I think
can
we're
have
betting
stuff.
this a ton still, cuz our range is like jacks and flush draws that got there now, so. I'm like betting small.
So that'd be kind of like a depolarized bet here, like 36, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
If you bet
Cause-
any amount, he's gonna stuff into you. If you check, he might bet some amount that we survive.
He could have backdoors where we, like, it's reasonable to raise some backdoors on the flop. And then when the backdoors are coming in on the turn,
Almost
it's fair
got-
for him to call a tiny bet, something like,
No, actually, it's 3 jack. We got a shove.
No,
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 that's
you
pot and a
fish.
half, and there's a flush on board. You just get called by better. You just
Yeah.
get called by like boats and ace jack and flushes.
Let him bluff with 4-5, 5-6, 4-6, you know.
So
Oh.
do bet, but medium sizing.
okay.
Got a value,
Checking's not terrible.
value and then call. We call the shove.
I wonder if he ever has like queen 9 of hearts specifically. Something like that.
Oh, what a fish.
2 pair. Yeah,
Uh,
can we look at that raising range on flop?
He
I
had
think
boat
it'd be pretty interesting.
blockers.
Yeah, he
He
did have
did.
boat
He
blockers.
had bluff unblockers.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, no spades, no 4s or 5s.
Counterfeited to pair surprisingly good bluff catcher.
Wait, he had this, oh yeah, he had no spades.
hmm,
Or he had none of the other combos. Got it.
we had the jack 8, right? Majority fold.
Versus an all-in, I mean, sure. I mean, like,
What do you mean, sure? You're folding.
He's giving us such a good price that he really can't bluff very often at all.
yeah, I mean,
So we're gonna
just
have
like
to
there's
get rid of some of the worst trips, I guess.
boats on board, there's flushes on board, like. I'm curious to see what he's raising flop with.
Something that no one picked here is that the 8 is bad.
Yep.
That we should have
Yeah,
So what's he bluffing then? Like,
8-10,
must be.
yeah,
8
or
and
something like
8.
queen 8.
What's our overall strategy on the river?
He's bluffing is, that's the flush. The overall strategy on the river is this. Big bet.
So
I mean, you're mostly betting small.
Nick, you were right. It's kind of like small and medium because the flush gets there, so you don't get to go too big because you don't have the right bluffs to polarize.
Yeah.
Can we go back to big blinds and flop raising range? I feel like it's gonna be like good jacks, 2 pairs, and then like overcards to the 3, like 6-4 or something. Yep. King jack, queen jack, jack 10, 6-4, 6-5. Deuce 3 for value, jack 3 for value, a little ace 3. Okay, this is about what you would expect, I think.
A bunch of spade here.
But he's just sticky as hell with like 10 high, queen high.
Why is the 8 bad? Is it because we're blocking them having a straight draw?
The 8
I
is bad, I think,
suppose.
because he was bluffing a lot of 8 XN. King eight.
Okay, yeah.
queen- 10-8,
Yeah.
but I think our flushes, yeah. But
And
I'll,
stuff that, those ones continue on turn because they pick up some kind of straight draw and then they brick out.
Yeah.
So those are the
Okay.
bluffs we want to have.
it has to come from somewhere else though. But yeah,
Yeah, like a lot of his ace high and king high is just gonna try and show now. So
Yeah.
then he gets there with more hands that contain a 9, an 8, a 10, all wrapping around the jack.
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
yep. I would have mainly raised pocket tens here.
I'm mostly raising as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it
you
was
start to do some
specifically the
limp
8 of hearts
jamming.
that was bad, or was it all 8s that were bad?
All 8s are bad.
all in.
Okay,
What pair do you like to limp jam the most? Like sixes? Sevens?
No. Eh,
Stuff around there, likes to
when you're
limp jam, right?
when you're like 25, I think you're jamming like 2s through 6s.
Yeah, those
Um,
three, maybe not
Limp,
four.
limp jamming, right? Or just open jamming?
I'm just
Oh,
open
oh,
jamming
no.
at 25.
Yeah, open jamming deuces to fives. Okay, I thought there was more of a limp jam strategy with some of those mid pairs,
think
but
both
I'm
are
looking at it,
fine.
there's none.
I think it's fine for both, no?
I'm
Is
not
it-
sure.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm looking at it. Yeah, it is like eights down to fives.
I
That
would
do
do
limp
both,
jamming.
a little bit of both,
I think always check.
jam or open jam. Feel like the. You can't. Can't do,
Deuces to fours will be jam.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, deuces to fours open jam, 5, 6, 7, 8 can do some limp jamming.
here we are, no spade, no.
Kind of a tricky flop.
I'm checking. I think
Checking seems fine.
betting's fine too, but I'm checking just balance.
As we saw, like the shorter we get, the more we check, right? Well, I'm
Wow.
checking here, haha.
It's a 0.1 EV.
oh, what a
That's-
stupid card.
That's a dumb card. I hate this spot.
I'm betting
Okay,
small.
but he doesn't have, like, he bet a fair number of his queens, especially on flop.
Yeah.
On the
And
flop?
7x as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, if he has like queen with like a low card, like queen six is a pretty attractive bet for him, like single overcard and a gutter. It's a good bluff. Not 100% of them, but he definitely bets the queens.
So we should check here.
I don't know. I think we have a value bet against a solver who will bluff catch us with
I'm-
the right stuff.
I'm betting, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
prefer
can.
to Check, people over bluff these kind of spots.
I don't agree with that. Like the live population, I think the live population underbluffs this spot.
Yeah,
Online people, they go after any little. Any,
Yeah,
you
I'd
know,
be willing to give online players credits for bluffs here more than live players.
People-
Now
Live
we can
players just check
definitely-
it down a lot.
yeah,
Yeah,
They're
you
lo-
definitely have a value bet, like 71% even maybe, cuz like after he checks, like
On,
one pair and two pair hands.
so pot. Or. more
oh, pot's too big.
Maybe 71.
I'm betting small.
yeah.
71 is not it. 43.
And
is it.
14 is something. That's what I was gonna do. Yay.
I'd go 30 in
think small.
game, so
Yeah.
emergy sizing.
And we get called by worse.
These offsuit fours are just limp folds.
Well, cuz
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a limp fold, like 9-6 off, 9-5 off, you can maybe raise.
We raised
but
like
9-4 off.
7, right?
so just the
Mm,
last hand, just commenting on the last hand really quick. I think the reason why it went for the smaller sizing is because like if you make it larger, the only thing that's really gonna be able to call you is the queen, right?
No. He will call lots of pairs.
Like which we can talk about
9x,
this later.
9x.
Okay,
Yeah.
if that's what we're targeting, then sure.
How much do you guys hate just folding shit like this?
I normally do it all the
I
time.
think it's correct to fold.
Good.
This is
I do, I think if they're gonna bluff you less, like if it's a very checky backy kind of opponent, then you can limp in with a little bit more garbage, because
Yeah.
then they're just gonna let you realize more.
No, fold.
So like
Oh,
this one being
good.
so close, if your guy is very passive, I'm okay with limping it.
If I'm playing against like a turbo knit, I will open this because the majority of the time they're going to fold.
Yeah,
their-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
if you-
No,
like,
it's 10-4 is the limp fold.
9-5-0.
but against like a regular opponent, no, I'm probably folding this.
Great.
This one we can definitely let go.
Just fold.
Fold.
Just fold, Louis. What are you doing?
Fold.
This is
Just
a fold. This
fold.
one's
I
not
wanna play
optional.
cards.
Just
This one's not an
fold.
option.
Play
You
cards
gotta
by
just
folding.
yeah. Fold,
It was 2 hands ago, same hand.
Yeah.
fold.
Fold it again.
Just keep
had
holding
to
bad
use-
cards.
I had to use sweat. Ooh,
Rip it.
wanna rip?
Yeah,
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
that's why
16
we
doesn't
play
matter.
offsuit aces below 20
Yeah, offsuit
blinds.
aces tend to even less 17 blinds.
Yeah, all of them, right?
Pretty much. I mean, up to the
No.
top ones can limp, but all the bad ones.
And
I
then
mean-
Broadway aces.
Ace king up.
Yeah.
Finally, we find a spot where Frank is wrong.
Ace king O is
It's been
Isn't.
2 weeks, Franks, I've been waiting.
dude. Ace king O isn't jamming. You said all of them.
We got you, Frank.
And he's like that on us. Cool, love it. Poker's great.
Fold.
I think you might be allowed to limp this one.
It's 10-4. We saw it a second ago.
Is that right?
Yeah, we just saw it.
Okay. I think it varies a little bit by stacked up.
Oh,
9,
shit.
5, 10, 4.
King 7-0 kind of feels like it's like the core of our bluff raise.
I'm like pure raising this in game.
Yep, hands around this. It doesn't really matter which exact combos you pick. If it's King 8-0, that's okay. If it's Queen 6-0, that's okay. I try and go 50-50 with these and choose by suits. Just as a way to like not overdo it and just kind of keep myself in
You
check.
can see all of this. Offsuit 7x, like to raise. Jack 7, 10 7, 9 7.
Is anybody using 3 big blinds as opposed to 3.5 as their size here?
Nope, always 3.5
Okay,
at 40.
Just me.
Yeah, I will creep it down into my CM spots, like 3.3, 3.2, all
Okay,
the way down to 3. Because, we both have to play more cautiously.
I'm just range betting small here.
Yeah, it's okay. It sucks.
No, I
It's
think
just
when
like-
we raise, we want to bet a lot of ace highs.
yeah.
No, I mean, obviously we do. I just know that like, this hand's gonna run into some problems on future streets, but still a profitable bet. I guess it's nice to have the Broadway blocker. If queen or a 10 rolls off, I think we're gonna blast off with this hand.
Okay, and then this here, okay. Oh, but there's also a lot of checking on these ice side boards. Oh. Okay, so let's sort them by check. The boards we bet the most. Trips. Pair,
Paired aces. And ace high.
not that many clean ace high. They're all tricky, like ace 5 pair.
Yeah, but these are 100% bets. I mean, if you just keep going down a little bit, you'll see more. There was ace 10-5 near the top,
You could sort by high card and just look at all the ace high flops.
ace 10-3. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of these, certainly.
How do we, here, no.
I think it is the filters, the little funnel thing. Yep. Highest card, ace, the 5th line there. Yeah. So yeah, let's look at some low bet aces, like monotone. Okay.
Okay, so rainbow ace, we bet a lot.
I saw one of the ones where we didn't bet much was ace, king, queen. Cause the nuts there is jack ten, which is a hand that we raise less and they call more.
Alright. So we fire once, he calls, a deuce comes, okay,
Let's just check, right?
negative.
No?
Last again?
Man, I don't know.
We get better
I might,
ours to fold, we get sixes to fold. We get
Yeah.
maybe some weak jack with bad blockers to fold. Deuce is a brick, doesn't improve anyone, it's like nothing changed. It's like a repeat of the first three.
Oh, yeah, since equity didn't really change, we could just blast, right?
I'm probably checking. We'll have worse hands to bluff. I do think we're gonna bet small pretty frequently, but I
Worse
don't think this
than-
hand's gonna do it.
Worse than this, I would go
but I
50.
guess here's the thing about nothing changing. It's not quite true because, part of this hand's interest was in, like blocker value, like what if, Broadway cards start to come and what if spades come? And we know that neither of those things has happened now. So
I think-
like, I kind of would enjoy like bluffing like queen ten of clubs
Yep,
here.
I was gonna say, I think this hand with the club might bet some, but with this exact hand, I'm just checking.
Cause like this is the nut bluffing hand on like a ten of spades turn. Cause then we block the spade draw, we block the Broadway, there'll be a lot of rivers we can continue to bluff.
You don't wanna be double blocking the backdoor flush draw continues.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this hand's just in that middling part of your range where it doesn't really bet anyways, but yeah, you need the club if you want to.
And why does it pick jack eight over king seven?
Cause jack eight is a pair.
And it's using 10%, so it's
Make it-
It's, yeah,
make
it's
it-
also, it's like, it's a block bet value kind of thing. the jack
Make
eight.
it queen eight. Or queen seven. Why queen seven over king seven?
just click 10% and
Well,
look at the
it can
big blind
get better.
response.
King seven is fairly close to your best unpaired hand. It's not your best, but
No,
like.
no, no, no,
you're-
no, no, no. Higher, higher.
Was-
Click 10% on action.
Yeah, queen
Yeah.
X can get king highs to fold. King high are trying to get pairs to fold.
We don't get better queens to fold.
I checked my hypothesis, by the way. Ten of spades turn is a great turn to barrel our specific holding. So
Oh, so look at this. King seven or king six would be better barrels and with clubs. So again, why clubs? Cause you don't block.
Cause
Any of the
his calling
backdoors.
range is gonna be backdoor flush draws. He's not gonna call
Yeah.
with like, if he has queen four of clubs, he's just folding.
Okay,
I mean, I don't know.
we didn't bluff turn, we're not gonna pick it up on the river.
We might.
Yeah, I mean, the fact, like, blocking the nuts is really important. So that's why I thought about it. He just has a big hand. That's fine.
So we raise, right?
Well, we're 15 effective here, so I think our strategy is gonna change to having, or 14 effective. We're gonna have some. Yeah, you can still raise.
I'm ripping here.
Yeah.
I
all the time.
know, yeah. Yeah, that's what I
All the
thought.
medium offsuit kings.
Yep.
This stack size is very tricky. Look at the suited kings.
Yeah, suited kings are gonna limp or raise.
Hmm,
Yeah, and compare the EV, click king queen suited. I think it's very important. You see, 0.13 difference.
mhm. Yeah,
You have no limped check, though. You think you should turn that off?
huh?
Yeah, I think we should We should turn off, no limping because we're in small blind and we want to consider limping strategies here.
I think a lot of your suited kings are actually gonna limp here.
Yeah. I agree.
Is there no limps?
Yeah,
I didn't.
It doesn't matter because we're first in.
well, no, but we're small blind, so like small blind,
No.
Can definitely-
Click chip
Go to the
and-
solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
with limps.
Sunny,
Variant
with
with limps.
no, but it said it was none, so.
There will be some limping, must be.
Oh, there's tons of
If
limping.
you can look now, it'll show up.
Can you just open rip pocket fours for 25 here?
Yes, pure rip.
That's what I thought. I missed this on the button, 20 big blinds with pocket
Yeah.
fives yesterday.
What's the, yeah, fives, you start limp jamming? Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Alright, just stuff it. Just solving.
we can
All
make,
in.
Okay, that's fine.
Louis doesn't like to gamble.
what do you mean? I'm not jamming. I just want 3 big blinds for it.
He has
Oh,
pocket tens.
no.
Nope, he has ace seven, he got there.
Mostly
Queen eight
raised.
O is a very reasonable raise.
Yeah, between queen 5-0 and queen 8-0, it's very nice bluff raise.
You can raise
Raise-
like,
Raise
Close to
70%, 80%?
yeah, I was gonna say 50. somewhere
Alright,
there.
maybe I'm out of line.
No,
I
it's
just use
fine.
this one more than the other ones. So
But
It's totally fine.
it will be mixing between calling
Yep.
and raising.
at
Either
this
one's fine,
step,
Louis. Yep.
50-50.
In the
Have a
wedge.
spade and it's an ace high board, so we bet, right?
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna have nice bluffing opportunities on future streets, so. And we have some
Queen
backdoors.
blocks
Oh,
continues.
oh, this is it.
Punts out in chat.
50?
Yeah, I
50,
kinda wanna go
50.
50. We don't go huge in this spot.
Yeah,
Just
no.
check.
A
right,
board
we don't-
nation, we have a.
Definitely
bluff.
not huge.
I think,
Yeah.
I think out of position, when we bet the flop, in many situations, you bet the flop and the flush completer comes in. You check because you're checking your flushes and you're checking other hands too, so you're gonna, for balance.
I'm not sure about that. I wonder if it funnels our aggression into like bigger spades.
Do you say we check a lot on the flush complete when we're out of position?
Yes.
I agree.
Okay,
I mean, a lot with our range, that's true, but we're still gonna have like some value in bluffs. Yeah, so you're checking 80%. So
We
that's
check a bunch of
lot.
aces. We check two
Yeah,
pair.
Yeah, because if we check 2 pair, we block the value, so he has more flushes in his range.
Okay, yeah, so it is the bigger spades. I looked it up. Queen of spades goes bananas. Eight of spades does not. It's really important to have a good blocker, not just a whatever.
This is pretty gross.
I hate it, but we.
That's
You're
I
not gonna
wanna fold.
call.
I don't wanna draw to the 8 of spades. I hate poker.
Oh, it's
Well,
full.
Yeah,
easy,
it's
fold,
fold,
easy,
fold.
easy.
what do you mean?
What are his bluffs? I mean,
We get
The
the spade.
solver, the human doesn't have bluffs, but the solver has bluffs. Yeah,
you
yeah.
see,
King of spades.
His problem is his bluffs cooler us when the spade comes in.
Yeah,
Yay.
we got one. So limp a ton
Right,
at 100 effective.
like B money said, I'm gonna write it down. If the flush completes, we get. Check. Not from out of position.
Yeah, I think it applies to every position.
I had that on my mind. I was wondering if I was right. I think that's pretty good. We are so deep here that we're gonna limp everything.
Limp a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can
Mainly
say
raise suited
that
stuff.
the deeper we are from the small blind,
You're deep and you're out of position, it's natural to play
the
pretty
more you limp.
defensively.
Hmm,
I like check here.
Yeah, I like check here. I don't really wanna build a pot, without a spade in hand.
would you bet more often a king, queen with a spade in your hand?
Definitely.
There's no need to bet king high, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's not much of a bluff. But yeah, definitely you're gonna,
That's less with spades, more without spades. But it's slivers. Think
we
that
just
that
still
could
have a
be
good,
check.
yeah, we can just still check. We have a good hand. He might bluff worse queen X and king X that we dominate. Shitty river card. Check and hope to win. Like we beat king 10, we beat king 9, stuff like that. We still have showdown.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, he's just checking down 10 high.
Just fold.
Yeah, just fold. What's your worst 7 that you limp here?
7-5-0, I think.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Not limping 7-4 here. That's a fold.
Probably.
jam,
All.
no, you raise or you jam.
Hmm.
I don't think this
I-
is a
I-
jam. I think it's a little too good to jam.
I thought it
Too
was.
I think raising is better. I think it's call.
I thought Jack ten suited was one of the few jams.
Yeah. Each my seal.
No, the jams are like offsuit aces, low pairs, and little like
Okay.
8-7 suited kind of stuff.
Okay.
I like raise.
Raise seems fine.
Do we have a jamming range?
Yes,
Yeah, like deuces, threes, fours, offsuit aces,
almost all
8-7
your
suited.
offsuit aces, maybe the wheel aces.
Do we not
Some-
have a jamming range here?
No, they're way too
No.
good. Those
No.
hands are just they're so playable. Like you're jamming stuff like ace eight off because it struggles to realize, but like queen 10 suited realizes better.
No,
Jack 10 suited realizes okay.
Just make sure you find the 7-8-0 jam.
Well, 8-7 suited jam. I use those. And like as you see when you get shorter, you pick up a bunch of that junky suited stuff. 8-6,
Never
10-7.
going here.
Oh, they're too good. They're way too good.
Yeah.
Alright,
yeah.
Yeah, it's all below the boomerang.
out here and then it's like. Here, kind of. Right, we get this. I say we,
This is a pretty attractive bluff.
I'm
It's like,
checking.
it's some of our worst overcards. It has nice backdoors.
I really wanna realize my equity with this hand, so I'm going to check. Check call.
Yeah,
I don't wanna bet and get raised.
fair enough.
I'd rather bet like queen 4-0.
So both are fine and kind of medium to big sizings are fine. I do think we wanna, when he fails to bet when check two, he caps himself a fair degree. He really caps himself with 8x. We can be trying to check raise 8x's, but, he should bet a lot of his. That makes me want to attack this limp, or not this limp, but this check back a lot with
Yeah,
a
I'm
bigger
blasting
sizing.
here with this combo.
Yeah, like
Pot?
50 or
No,
75%.
not pot.
Yeah, I'm going like
No.
75, yeah.
75 maybe.
75 is gonna set us up for a nice river jam.
No, it
Oh,
is
it is
pot.
pot. Wow.
Solver likes 100,
Yeah.
but the
You
EVs
fold-
are all fine.
You fold off lots of king X, queen X.
I just felt like I wanted to go more geometric and 75% sets it up nicely.
So outside of the back door, why do you guys wanna bet pot?
We have jack high.
Gotta fold out a three.
We have,
You-
we have jack high. We
You wanna
also,
make a three fold, right? It's that simple.
No,
We
no,
are
no,
gonna
no, you
have-
don't fold three.
It's
We
an
get
eight
queen
high
highs.
board and he didn't see bet, so he probably never has an eight.
Yeah, one, he's
Not-
capped. Two, we have jack high, so we get queen high and king high to fold. It's like
And
He's
then
capped, so we have-
The back door.
he's
and
capped.
we have a draw without showdown, which is a frequent
Yes.
hand class to go for bluffs with.
Okay.
And yeah, we're gonna have a good opportunity to polarize. Like we can have kings here. We can check kings on that flop, hoping to check raise, and he does not oblige. And so then we're like sitting here with kings and we're like, let's shuffle some money into his pot.
I
And
don't
rip.
think
Plus
every
this
three can
happens.
defend, Frank.
Jam it.
I don't think he defends every three to this, to the pot. Bet.
We can check it.
Oh, man.
We got
defends
there,
that three.
right?
Fuck.
Uh,
That
That was
sucks.
disgusting.
Really
Like
Disgusting.
to talk to the manager.
What an easy call for him. What a dream
Whenever your
call.
bluff can fold out a lot of better stuff, you can usually go big, right?
Check the big blind.
Any
it's
queen
also the
high, king
turn.
high, ace high can fold, and it's a win.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
can
about
you
the
check the
sizing,
turn?
like when
Big
they
blind?
cap themselves, either when he c bets or where he doesn't float bet when he gets a chance to, either situation, we often have big
Mhm.
bets in response.
Mhm.
Somebody tell me if this makes sense, if anybody else has looked at this spot a lot. I was looking at small blind versus big blind, mostly single raise pots, no limps, but
Every
like
single
they,
three.
they defend, the computer defends so wide. You think we can just get away with, with our bluffs, can get away with smaller bets? Like, I feel like you can bet, if you bet when that eight pairs and you bet smallish, like he's never folding an ace he checks back. He's probably calling a lot of king X he checks back. So I don't think I don't think the population is gonna defend as wide versus the smaller bets.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, right. Like the solver is gonna realize that like their queen high has showdown value against a quarter pot bet. And like, of course, they can just draw out. So like if you bet 25, they're just gonna click call.
Did you see how many ace high they're supposed to call when we pot it? There's no way that's gonna happen. Like, we should be potting it here all day.
Yeah, look at him. He's against the tiny bet. He's defending queen nine, queen seven. Yeah, I think these spots are hyper profitable. If you watch the players around you too, like stabbing against like a failed aggression, it's such a profitable spot.
Mhm.
So we
And
can
that fives
do
for
that.
value. Like, look at us, value betting fives huge.
We can do it with mainly any heart in our hand, any offsuit heart. And then do we blasto on the heart completing river?
Yeah, I think so. It was value betting ace king on that turn. I don't know if you saw that. Yep, single good heart. Perfect bluff now. That's part of why you bet
Not
turn with
all
him.
of them, though, not all of them, cuz you see here that 7 of heart is giving up.
Yeah, but the big hearts especially, yeah. Like
Big
more
heart.
the big, yeah, exactly.
Big heart is following through.
Alright, 8-3-0, we can let go.
God fucking damn it, bro.
Limp,
That good.
so 7. with
Yeah,
the left
7-6-0, I think limps
Limp.
more.
We're a
I think the
little bit
gappy
deep.
ones,
We're a
the
little bit,
gappy
deep.
ones raise more.
We probably get away with limping everything. Guess we call this one.
Yeah,
Yes.
call.
Oh,
Good.
not really,
Frank,
huh?
Frank, are you wrong? 2 times wrong today.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
love limp folding shit like this. 6-8, Get me out.
Oh,
I'm embarrassed.
Raising,
Calling.
Limp fold.
we got a good blocker to limp, no?
No.
Yeah, it's fine to limp. Yeah, you raise, like we are saying, more the offsuit 7, offsuit 6, offsuit 8.
Mm. Probably can go either way. It's our worst king. Do we make any better king fold? Probably not.
Yeah, maybe some offsuit, like king 7, is that excited
I
to
don't know.
defend?
I think it's calls.
Yeah, but I think this is fine to check. It's
I
kind of
would
middle
check
of
call.
range.
I
Like,
would bet one or check call, either way.
like if we
Well,
had something with like an overcard to the 5 and that like had a worse showdown value, something like 10-6, let's say. That seems like a decent candidate to bet.
Yeah, let's just get the showdown and win the pot.
Maybe I'm wrong, but do we not bet rainbow boards more often than other types of boards?
But you
Yeah,
can't come in here betting like
Why not?
100,
But
cause,
we block king, queen.
but
we
like,
don't block
you
king,
can't,
queen in a limped pot, though. He doesn't limp king, queen behind.
yeah, that's like, you can't really block much and like, it's not just queens we're worried about. We're like, he's got 5s and 4s, ace highs and king highs, and like, he's just got,
If I
we
can get the
we kind of hear
showdown
so much
deep,
of the turn it's check folding because he's defend, like. I don't think we continue on many cards.
What
I
if we
think,
check
like, I
raise
wanna,
this?
it's okay.
I mean, against what? Like, if he's betting 9-7, 9-6, we want to continue, right? And let him bluff.
He still has a lot of equity, though.
Yeah.
But I just think like, we just have
And
better
we can't really call any
candidates, like,
turn.
like 6x would be pretty sweet because like the overcard that can draw out in their pairs and makes better straights, etc. We, stuff with backdoors, like, we just have better candidates. Kings with more showdown value, like higher kings.
It's really a D1 that doesn't raise.
I just think that like the deuce makes
The other ones
many
interact
fewer
more.
straights. Yeah, exactly. The 3 interacts more, the 6 interacts more. Like the deuce just makes very few straights and it makes shitty straights when it does. Fold.
Wanna call one with the king
So,
high?
do we
Nope.
go for the raise ever?
Nope.
With a backdoor flush, maybe?
Okay, with spades,
If-
yeah.
Backdoor flush, we would start talking.
Maybe we call one then? No.
You can go the way with the backdoor.
Oh, he big bet, okay. What if he bets one?
How often does he bet one?
There's no one.
Then king 3 continues. Okay.
And raises some.
And folds.
Scotty is
Wait.
like, just wanna.
9-3.
This is a limp fold, right?
It's a raise.
No.
Do we even limp? I guess so.
Well, it's kind of deep, 4D, right? Don't pay attention.
Fold.
Fold.
We'll have a face card.
I don't care.
When you say limp fold, that means after you limp and they raise, you fold.
Oh my
Exactly.
goodness. We
That's what
really
those words
fold the
mean.
face card. Wow.
Look at how much you're torching. Minus 29 big blinds per 100 to call here.
Wow, a face card has been folded.
Yes,
Easy.
We're way too
Watch
deep
me.
to play a single face card.
look at all those face cards that are folding.
Also, just like
Any-
his raising range has like, it has kings in it. It has ace jack in it. Like he has just has like good
Even
cards in
fold
his
the
raising
king
range.
here. Wow. Shocking. We even fold suited hand.
Yeah,
Impossible.
Possible. Possible.
It's below the boomerang. You fold your limps below the boomerang.
Damn right. Oh,
fold.
keep folding.
It's trying to get us. It got me a few times.
You gotta fold to make money.
Don't fold.
Yeah, do not fold this. You could raise it, I think. You can call it.
Mostly call, some raise.
What's
I think like
the
50-50.
decisive factor here?
I think it's a lot of both.
The connected cards realize their equity better because they flop more straights and straight draws.
So they limp more?
Yeah, so like Jack 8 and Jack 7 are gonna have a harder time playing post flop than Jack 9. So the closer you are to the connected cards, the less you want to raise and the more you want to limp.
I believe we bet a lot on pair boards.
Yep.
Is this a thing here after we limp? Any checks?
Sure, we have sevens.
Yeah, we have sevens. I mean, we can.
Yeah,
This hand doesn't have a lot of showdown value. I'd love something that wraps a little bit harder and has less showdown value, like 9-6, right? More interaction,
limp check,
less
yeah,
showdown.
a bit more junk, right?
Yeah,
we
but
could
we're
also-
just, I'm not trying to
fine
bet
enough.
100 here.
We could also delay and see bet here. Like this is also okay as a check because like our suited stuff is going to limp here. And our offsuit stuff is gonna raise. So we're gonna get here with 7 of spades combos and 7 of clubs combos. More often. And so when we have that type of stuff, our range is just gonna be pretty strong here, and we have less offsuit sevens. So it's a spot where we're way ahead, way behind. We're just gonna check a lot.
I think this is also player dependent too, because he's gonna call a lot. If we limp lead one here, he's just gonna call a lot that I think population is gonna fold. He's gonna call king high and queen high here. But I think in real life you get let out to fold.
But we have to fold here.
I don't know, man.
I don't know about that.
I think we have showdown.
We're not pure checking to fold.
Yeah, call once.
Okay.
Dominant.
So like an 8 is good for us, a 10 is good for us, Jack, a 9, like there's just slightly too many cards that are good for us.
Problem with the 8 that's good for us though, is are we betting out on the 8? And if not, when he bets it, we're still if he does follow up, we still fold it.
I would
Oh,
consider
no,
bluffing at that
we're
point.
calling
Like
or
there's,
raising,
we can keep,
surely.
yeah, we can keep playing
Yeah.
at that point.
Okay.
I think he bets some worse Jack X and 9X, so I think we do dominate some of his bluffs, and so
Yeah.
there's implied odds there. If we
Yeah.
get there.
And he has lots of straight draws as well.
Uh,
Yeah.
So
He's
Uh,
what,
allowed to have a hand,
Those cards
he's allowed to
can,
have a hand like 9-5. That's a fine bet for him.
you wanna have a heart here to bet, am I wrong?
Yeah, this is a check.
Yeah, I don't
and
wanna bet this
prepare
hand.
to bluff river if he checks back.
Yeah, he should be check backing some king X, queen X, yeah.
Jack
and
nine
if
off
you-
with the heart.
I mean,
bet
we
more
check our
often.
whole range. We check called flop.
Yeah, but we bet when we have a heart.
No, you check your whole range here. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
most of.
there's some funky donking because we maybe have more ace X.
Look at the hearts.
Yeah, we're donking small. We probably have an ace advantage, but he still has more 7x, so
It's just the hearts, no?
Up to you. Yeah.
I think it's the ace.
But
Put
ace
it, make it
betting.
a club and see.
well, you mean,
Yeah, I agree with you. We're still gonna be very passive here.
Bet more, but now
Yeah,
it's not,
It's
it's
just
not,
the ace.
yeah, but it's not flush driven, right?
Well, yeah.
Whereas if we make
and,
it a jack, a heart, we still function
Then
at,
you're not gonna donk.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's really the ace. And then Report of the turn.
Yeah, it's because we don't fold an ace to a flop C bet, right? And he checks back a lot of aces on the flop.
Oh, we donk a 7. That's kinda fun.
A 7 and an ace. Funny.
Cause
Who
now
knew?
it's harder for him to have quads, so our like over pairs and stuff kind of improve on the 7.
Um. Bet 150?
I don't know, man.
Good jack high.
This- Yeah, I know.
Let's
This
go.
sucks.
Vamos.
I think we have showdown.
Yeah.
Against
Uh,
some straight draws, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check back like queen 9 and king 9 here, but jack 9, it's time to punt some chips. 150.
Showdown value. Showdown value.
Go down, jack eye.
See, the problem is when Jack nine hasn't beat is when he bluffs.
Yeah.
Right. So
That's
you
the
small
problem with
bet
your
to,
showdown value, see?
you block his bluffs, block in a different sense by block betting. You
Yeah.
don't allow him to bluff. And maybe you fold out some queen highs too with that sizing.
With a 20%? Or with a 150?
Yeah, no, with the 20.
Huh?
Right, like. Queen 5 or whatever.
Do we call this? No?
Nope.
Timing tell. He took a
No, no,
long
no,
time.
no.
He took a long time to raise. It's a timing tell.
Yeah, it is.
It was. Think about
He's
that.
thinking about shoving. Alright, this is just a fold.
Just a fold.
Limp?
Yeah.
Heck, 1-2 tone.
I would like to bet this.
You can call this or even check raise. We have a gut shot and backdoor flush.
Okay. If we bet and he raise, it's miserable.
Okay. We still do it some.
We raise or call? We'll just call.
I guess that's part of the idea that like we preserve the value of our pair outs against that bet if we just call. And now like our pair of deuces is actually sometimes good.
So
Good
check.
call.
Check. I wouldn't actually hate the dong. Okay, that's fine.
Check.
Yeah, check. It's not a great river card, obviously, but whatever. It's like-
Not good for his range.
We can call it, I
I'm folding
think.
fifth pair.
I mean, how many aces is he
Fold.
betting? Like,
Spade bricked. Every straight drive bricked.
I don't trust him.
Oh, he had it.
He made it too small. He had no full equity. He wanted us to call.
It's too far down the line. Like you can call third pair there, but like
Yeah. Fifth pair, it's like, You
34.
wanna go all in here? Scott?
No,
I think you can
Too
just
big.
stuff it.
it's too big. 25 is too much to stuff.
Let's
No, no, no.
go.
No
Let's
raising.
go.
Either a limp or
Let's
all in.
go.
I think limp.
Vamos. Vamos.
If somebody yells at vamos, I'm sorry, but I always go all in.
We chopped? It's fine.
No, did we? I don't think
Yeah, it
so.
was ace, jack nine.
Oh, there were two big cards. Good.
Okay, we can value bet. This is kind of an attractive value bet. Check me out.
Value bet.
Sorry, we can bet, excuse me, not value bet, bet.
Let's-
double-
like a value
double-
bet.
Part, please.
Double flush blocker. We have a backdoor wheel draw. We obviously have a spade. It's bottom of range. It's pretty attractive bet.
Yeah.
yeah.
One
On like a
big blind
deuce or a
stop seems
three,
fine.
on a deuce or a three, we can blast it.
This is two broadways too. I'm sizing up.
Yeah, it's allowed. It doesn't, it's not preferred, but it's allowed. Okay, well, that's not our turn card. Give up. Say goodbye.
25 has a bunch of jams.
Do you not pound?
On the 10? No, no, we have other
Yeah.
bluffs here. The thing is, you just like, you sprinkle them across your whole range that on many different turns, you're prepared for anything that happens.
Oh, okay.
And
We didn't
this
turn
is not our
any
turn.
improved equity, so it's time to give up.
Yep.
Ten of spade,
Yep.
do you fire?
Yep.
No, not really.
So there's basically no good turns. And
Deuces and threes.
on you guys.
Probably check, but we could bet to maybe not. If he folds some king X.
It's a fold.
A spade is good, no? Did you guys mention?
Yeah, but Louis mentions a 10 of spades, which like completes a bunch of draws at the top of the board, and so I wouldn't want that, but like a low spade, maybe we can bluff that a little bit.
Too deep, pure limp.
But like, he didn't raise
Tiny bit of
free, so
raising.
like, he doesn't
Plays
have
well.
his best value there.
Oh.
We do have lots of strong value.
Do I say raise 18?
Yeah. Yeah, 100 big blinds, suited
Yeah,
connectors,
Let's go, vamos.
yeah.
Have you ever done that? 20.
No, I would go to like,
Me neither.
I would just like use like a 4.5x sizing, so like my size here is like 14, 15.
Yeah.
We gotta bet here. We gotta bet. It's not gonna be all in 1,206%.
What are
Wait,
those
wait, we're not
sizings?
donking. We defended here, so we're gonna check.
You sure?
Yes.
Sure.
It's not a heavily donked board.
And
but-
it's
but
gonna
it's
be a
fine.
pattern like when we.
Yeah, I don't think donking is a significant part of our strategy on this board.
It
What
could
about
be.
overall? What about overall? Oh my goodness.
We're
Overall?
100 big blinds deep. You want to put in 100? You want to try and put in 100 big blinds with mid top pair, mid kicker? Get it fixed.
Right? Get it fixed.
Get it fixed!
Yeah, our range donks 2% of the time. Okay.
Peter's yelling at me.
Damn.
I mean, yeah, it's like when 100 big blinds go in, like obviously you're just up against better hands every time. Like for value, you know? Like you're up against overpairs and sets and like top pair, top kicker and hands like that. I mean, for me, this note doesn't even need to be made, like in all spots, when we're defending against a pre-flop raise, we check a very high frequency, you know?
Okay, so don't bet here.
No, don't bet here.
No, 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 no.
Oh, we bet
What
huge.
the
How do you-
Don't raise.
How do you
Make
like your
sure
top pair
Sopra
shit
not
kicker
here.
now?
I'm
Yeah,
raising.
exactly.
I'm raising.
Don't raise this.
No,
Oh
no,
my
dear God, don't raise
goodness.
this. You do not have a
Don't-
raise.
yeah,
against
Get
this.
away,
No,
get
no.
away.
Listen,
Louis, he has value and bluffs and you're behind his value and you're gonna fold out his bluffs. This is anti-poker. This is.
if we raise polar,
No.
we raise polar.
Gosh, no.
No, this is the
Where does
worst
this
poker
fit into
theory.
a poll? And where does this?
How do you
fit
run a
into
poker
polar
study
range?
session? No, do not raise this bet.
I think he's baiting.
Yeah. So Louis, one, if he goes polar,
He's
we
trying to
don't
get
raise
me.
polar.
He's trying to get
Two.
me to jump in and be like, what if we can raise? He's
No.
really trying to get
No.
me.
No, call.
You could maybe raise something, but you're not gonna raise this hand. You're gonna raise stuff that polarizes around his value range if you're gonna do anything. And this does not polarize around his value range.
I knew it was okay.
Oh my
It's
God.
there. It exists. and it's-
Ba-bam!
You wanna raise ace nine here and block his ace 10 misses, or you wanna raise?
Oh, I
nine?
think ace nine is a much more reasonable raise. Let's look at
Uh,
it.
Nine eight
this is-
blocks nothing.
When you're deep, this is a good one. There's so many turns you can comfortably.
Alright, so we play it
Slam.
like a maniac here. Alright.
Let's play like a maniac. Put the 7 of hearts on
Oh.
there and we'll slam
Yeah.
it.
Well played, Louis.
No.
Yeah, alright, play like a
Call,
maniac. What are you
call,
gonna do
call.
now?
Fold.
Fold like a
Right,
maniac.
right to your investors and
Call,
tell them how you
call,
busted
call,
in level
call,
one.
Call, call. What are you doing? Are you kidding me? Call. Hello?
Hey, guys, I busted in level one again. Just a bad beat that I ran into king.
Okay, clearly I'm the
How
maniac
ca-
here. Put me in the driver's seat, please. I play
How
these
could I-
lines.
how could I have
I
known
play
that-
these lines.
Alright,
What in his
Okay.
line would have told me that he had kings when he min 4-bet me on the flop? There's no way to know. It's just a sick cooler.
Yeah. Can't fold top pair with backdoor.
What's
I
a
was
good
blocking
turn?
the top
It is
set,
the right
so.
turn.
What's a good
I
turn?
figured,
There's
I
no-
figured I
Seven
could
of
get him
hearts.
off. I figured I could bluff turn top pair, weak kicker into a bluff and get him off of a set of deuces.
Oh my,
Did you
Hey
jam?
Louis, I'd like you to look at
how?
our
How does he
strategy there.
understand?
I'd
So
like you
you
to look at our
should
strategy
never
there
play
and
deep stack poker in your
Oh my
life.
God,
Just late
Louis.
reg everything.
You're so
And-
bad.
and tell me if ace nine raises more than 9-8. Could you just look it up real fast, or I'll share screen. I have it up.
You want to do it?
Alright. So when he goes for the hyperpolar, 100 big blinds effective, 10 big blind raise. We have a small amount of raising and it is like exclusively with like ace nine, 9-5. And a sliver of pocket tens that we made it here with. That's our raising range.
What, and the bluff is ace four, ace three.
Yeah, okay, so gutters, that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's only a sliver of those. There's
And
not a lot
there's-
of bluffing.
6-3, 6-4, 7-6. Yes, there's a couple of them in there.
Yeah, but it's,
Just
there's so little.
a little 10 jack.
We are
yeah,
not
just
Oh my
responding.
sprinkle.
God, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. You don't primarily respond to hyperpolar lines by polarizing yourself because you let him play easily, his value is happy to get it in, and his bluffs just give up, right? So,
but the ace nine is just so good.
yeah, and it's vulnerable, so the solver likes it, but like, it's,
Raise.
raising is pretty good. Calling it as well.
Bet this hand for value.
I don't know, man, I guess so. Oof.
And we're not betting range on this board.
We can bet small
the-
or check call.
Yeah, exactly, I'm okay with check calling. That small's fine.
And the range size is 25.
Oh, it's a big bet.
Just call.
Or-
He has lots
yeah, I
of straight
mean-
draws.
Yeah, exactly. But we're getting turned into a 0 EV bluff catcher pretty quickly here.
That's why we're gonna.
Oh,
but not
that's
when
why we
do that.
called.
Yep.
We don't.
No. Maybe on dice.
Yeah, the queen's not great for us. It's not really a large portion of our range of defended with queen highs. We can
I'm
jam.
without the spade, yeah, without the spade, we can just stuff it.
I'm jamming here for sure.
Yeah.
And balancing it out with some like 5-6s, some 9-10s, some flush draws.
He's still gonna call his combo draws and stuff here, so.
Whoa,
Hey,
he found a fold.
oh, that was so good. So much
Wait,
better.
did
than
he
call.
folded?
He
Yeah.
folded. He folded.
And
didn't
then would have
see his-
binked the 2 pair on the river. That's beautiful. Jack deuce, I think, does not have to play.
Just
Okay.
fold.
Fold. 0 EV.
Okay, it plays 70% of the time. I thought it was like Jack 4.
Raise.
Limp?
Raise.
Limp.
Why you wanna raise?
I think
Because I like ace four suited.
they're both fine.
You like it.
No, it plays better as check call. Check call. I mean limp call.
Look at all that raising.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
both fine.
Half.
Yeah, because like if you raise, you certainly still get called by lots of king X, queen X, jack X. So like you have,
It's a fine
you
raise.
know, yeah, it's fine raise.
And population folds too much.
It's on the value side. It's above the
Yep.
boomerang.
Above the what
Just
line?
value.
To make,
The like
There's kind of a
boomerang
break
bottom.
between value and bluffs. Yeah, exactly.
okay.
So when he raises, I don't know, it's kind of close. I can imagine three betting this. I can also imagine just calling it.
Only call.
Oh. If
Yeah.
this is the value portion, it's gonna wanna call.
Yeah. Okay, so I just looked it up. Our offsuits do a little bit of
I was gonna
three-bet
say your
bluffing.
offsuit low ones you can three bet.
And check fold.
Check fold.
Okay, but those ones are more like ace 5-0 is more like sort of like
Yeah.
denial when
Two.
it goes for the limp jam. The true bluff is like the good old king 5-0. That's a true bluff that we three bet here.
No, why would you raise? You're
Just-
ahead of his bluffs like 10-4-0, 9-2-0.
Yeah,
need
I
to
think if we're gonna
raise.
continue with this hand, we just gotta close our eyes and check call, but it's not that attractive.
I
Never
wanna
fold.
raise because we have the clubs.
Out of position,
No,
you're
but
gonna want better equity hands. The other three
The
are good.
clubs are more attractive on the turn when the backdoors have bricked. On the flop, we still want to have a lot of backdoors ourselves. It's in there.
It favors the club by here, but not here.
But the club also has a lower EV than all of the others.
That's why I wanna call less with it.
Yeah, right. The other one's just like they want to see turns at
Yeah,
a low SPR, right? They want to have money behind when a heart rolls
don't
off
worry, Via.
junkier, closer to 0 EV. Okay, so we check called.
Check again.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're not gonna donk this card. I am interested in finding a good line here. Ooh, not against that. We're done.
Yeah, see,
Just fold.
I mean, it's still plus EV to call.
Oh,
Six.
what a killer.
Line.
Yeah.
So,
King 5, rip it.
yeah, this can jam.
Yeet.
The worst ones can start to just limp, right? Like king, maybe starting at king 4,
I
actually.
think all offsuit kings.
I think king 4-0 mixes and then king 3 and lower limp.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this is like kind of cuspy. Why is he allowed to have that hand? Queen
Oh,
5-0 is
wait.
mainly just limping.
I
It
think
could raise a
raising.
little bit. Alright, raising a lot.
All in. You're not jamming.
I am not. Man, I bubbled a hyper, that live hyper turbo. I had queen 5-0 with 3.5 big blinds on the button. And the blinds both had stacks that were larger than me, but they like weren't gonna be excited to call. So anyway, I jammed,
Button,
expecting
I
to get a
would
lot of
never
folds.
jam.
We can
3.5
check
big
call this
blinds.
hand.
Yeah, I would-
3.5 big blinds.
I would not jam queen 5 from the button. I would do it,
3.5 big blinds.
I would do it from the small one.
3.5 big blinds.
I know. Unexcusable, Tim.
It's an equilibrium jam. It's fine.
3.5 is a big stack when you think about it.
Yeah, if you double up, you could be cheater.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a spade.
Yeah, and we've got eight
Card.
straights interactivity with the bottom.
I
This
wanna
is-
check raise this.
I think check
Oh,
call is
that's a
fine.
little bit. No, you cannot.
Solver might agree with Nick.
Wow.
Okay, but okay, now overbet.
I
Can we
don't
see if
think
we're
so,
check
'cause
raising that
it's
on the
pretty
flop?
good for him. It happens to connect with us, but it's pretty good for him overall.
No, but he
Wanna
just
bet
doesn't.
small?
Ugh,
no
Why?
overbet.
Queen high still has some showdown here when the king's
I
on board.
guess.
Aces and queens check.
Alright. I'm just so excited to get him to fold trash, but he's gonna fold stuff that's worse than us.
Gonna bet pot now?
Little
Yeah.
value, 67.
I think we wanna go bigger. I'm a fish.
We're trying to get called by a 6 here. Right, or a 4.
This isn't
Okay.
quite the jamming portion of our range, but we could jam like 9-7. This hand can call.
On the last hand,
Let's
can we see
call.
if queen 5 was check raising flop?
I'm pretty sure it does.
It's like, in my mind, it's one of the best combos to check raise as a bluff.
Yeah,
Nick, I kind of agree with you. It
Has to
seems
be.
pretty attractive.
Zero check raise, GG.
Alright,
Queen high, yeah, queen high still wants to just show down. Even against the bet.
Limpy? Let's
Yeah,
get
yeah,
to,
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
call this, jam 9-7.
Always call, I think. Oh, not always.
Wow, a lot of raising. The boomerang.
I thought 9-4 suited would be more raising.
so when it's a pair board, we should be betting a lot.
This is an attractive one to barrel because like we have no showdown, but we do have interactivity on the straights and the flush. So that's nice.
Yeah,
Can you explain the boomerang, please?
yeah.
It's a picture.
Hmm. So basically, the suited part. We're often gonna see a boomerang shape in the suited area. It's often
Louis,
gonna,
take it up to like, take it up to 40. I think you'll see it more clearly at 40. Yeah, sorta.
it's
Vaguely.
roughly the same. It's roughly like this here, and it's just telling us, because very often like if you go. Very often, the guideline is to limp and then call with your suited hands, and then with your offsuit hands, you're a little bit more polar. But there's a portion of your suited hands that are kind of not good enough. That kind of do better as a raise, and often enough, it makes the form of a boomerang here. Like this.
Okay, thank you very
And
much.
it can also kind of be a nice guide. The hands that are beneath that, like if you see yourself raising jack 4 there, jack deuce is probably gonna be a limp and then fold to a raise, but ones above it are good enough to check to
Yeah.
limp calls. Like jack 7 is probably gonna limp and then call a raise.
Yeah, so people say above the boomerang or under the boomerang, that's what they mean.
Okay, thanks.
So yeah, bet this one a lot, and you can size a little bit bigger here because it is pretty straight drawy with cards that both players have. It's another turn.
It's a great turn, we saw it, no?
Did we?
When we raise. Yes, it's an amazing turn. The only good turn, no?
I mean, with this hand, I'd like to see something that like moves
There's
us
only
towards our
two good
draws.
turn, I think. There's the 10 and the ace, no?
So low frequency lead, high frequency check.
Like, yeah, having
Very,
9
very low
sucks.
frequency lead.
very high frequency check.
Very high frequency check. 2% lead.
Think you want to funnel your aggression over to hearts now?
There is a lot of leading, but not with that combo.
We have no offsuit aces.
Because we
Okay,
jam into
here
queen.
there's a lot of good turns. Mostly the queen or the jack.
Yeah, that's the thing. Most places.
Check this one. And it's gone.
He has ace 10. Limp, probably fold.
Call and fold to squeeze.
Oh, oh, we make the super nuts on a 5. That's pretty nice.
The upper end too. We must be betting a little bit here.
I think
I think the one
Yeah.
thing is that we do want to put a lot of our backdoor flush draws in our betting range as well, because they will have more playability across turns and rivers. And I think sometimes these offsuit hands
We have
don't
the
like.
club here, so we bet a
Yep. Yeah, but I don't think these offsuit hands like to get too aggressive at SPR 17. Because, yeah, just,
Right? We'll have a, oh, well, no. Okay. I thought the SPR was small for a second. 17,
I looked it up on my side, we just don't bet much here at all. I think this board's just too lit up for the big blind.
We can start betting now, or
Yeah,
be
maybe after they
stabbing.
check back flop, they do cap themselves. They don't have that much like 4x, even
Uh-huh.
3x,
Yeah, yeah.
good draws. They're missing a lot of that stuff.
We'll be stabbing lots of 8x on the flop, like 8-5, 8-6.
Yeah, they'll definitely bet some of that stuff. So.
We don't block, but we don't block 8x, 8, 8, 6 and 8, 7 because it was a limped pot.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they have just lots of everything, but
Yeah.
but we are kind of bottom of range and we have a draw and they're capped.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's, and bet kind of big, like
Yeah,
pot.
67.
2 blinds. Yeah.
Yeah, 67 is fine. I think 100's nice.
Good.
Yeah, it's a rainbow turn. They're gonna have a hard time continuing with flush draw hands because they have no equity. So it's all
Yeah.
about connecting with the straight here. So this is gonna
So
be
the six is still kind of nice. We still block, 6-5. This is the line we could take with 6-5, like try and get a check raise in on the flop, blast turn, blast river.
I mean, the
We have no
jack is
showdown.
actually, the jack is a good card too, cuz we're gonna be bluffing jacks. And
Yeah.
we just hit top pair a lot of the time.
We
Yeah,
obviously have no
exactly.
showdown value.
he's not gonna be calling a lot of jacks. So
Exactly, yeah.
300%
could-
not.
I could go like 150.
I'm 150 as well. Too much.
We have showdown value against 5, 7.
Okay, but it's hundredths of a big blind, so
I know.
I'm willing to accept my,
He
Holds a
folded a
3.
4, we got him.
rip
We
it.
got
3, it was 7-3.
Let's keep on running him over.
Oh my god,
Oh my goodness.
this game's
We
rigged.
sucked them. Double.
Fold or call?
Fold.
I think you can limp fold to low as well. Yeah.
Scotty said fold, so I wanna
You could
call.
fold also.
Alright,
That's
Well,
why you call.
Fine. Limp it.
and
We actually don't have that many twos, so yeah, check.
You can't even win.
do we get to do a little checky raisey?
This is
We are
kind of
deep,
way
as-
ahead, way behind still, cuz like, won't he raise with 10 deuce, 9 deuce, 8 deuce a lot, like the worst ones? So if
Yeah, but we're just not
he
worried about
has a deuce, it's
deuce.
like ace deuce.
Yeah, I don't think we're
I-
worried about him having it too.
Yeah, we're not that worried about deuces. Like, he has a lot more kings in his range and like,
Mhm.
yeah, he can have like king 10 and that definitely has to continue.
It did go
So,
check, so he doesn't, I would assume he bets a lot of his king 10, doesn't he, on the pre-flop?
You know,
Okay. But still, we're
I think he's
calling this.
got, I think he's got pretty deep mixing.
where do we bluff raise from on this board?
Lowest overcards to the 2, stuff like 4-3.
It's a spot where we limp and we call, so we don't really get to bluff. We check a lot and we play face up a little bit. Am I wrong?
I mean, we were check raising this combo like 20%, right?
Yes, but you have a deuce, right?
No,
so
yeah,
th-
but
I
we're
mean,
always
there's
gonna have
gonna
bluffs
be,
to go with the value.
So there,
there's
what's
gonna
the
be
bluff?
bluffs, yeah.
It's, yeah, no, it's like lowest overcards to the deuce. Yeah, 4-3, 5-3, there it is.
Yeah, so there's a lot here. It's
What are
not
these
easy
suited,
to find
5
lot.
suited 6s?
It's all backdoors?
Yeah, it's backdoors with. Yeah, no showdown value. And yeah, like 4-3, 5-3, 5-4 is just nuts, mixed straight sometimes. With a backdoor. 10-9 suited. Sure, why not?
Every time 10-9.
See, that one I can't find. 4-3, I get him, like, this is bottom of range and it has a straight draw, but 10-9's. Well,
10-9 without a back, 10-9 without a backdoor.
What do we accomplish? 10-9 gets no better hands to fold.
No, it does. Jack eight, queen 7, queen 6,
Oh,
queen
yeah.
5, queen 4.
Okay. Alright, that was a nice little session. Thanks a lot, guys.
Wait, we can finish it.
Wait.
Check.
Finish the hand.
Never.
Not
finish
always
it.
how that goes.
Never.